welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see by the look of the title, and because I obviously have no foundation, we are going to be doing a first impression on the new Huda Beauty foundation, primer, and her brush that she just recently launched. You guys have been asking for this first impression, so I'm really excited that you guys requested this. I'm honestly really excited about this because I've been seeing people's videos on Instagram and the way that their face looks so flawless. So I'm so excited for this. So I will be doing the first impression, and then I will be doing an 8-hour check-in at the end of the video, so stay tuned till the end. That way you guys can see how it worked throughout the 8 hours and what happened and everything like that. And let me tell you guys right now, it's like super hot. So we're gonna put it to the test if it actually can also last through a really hot, humid day. So we'll be checking that. Without further ado, my loves, if you guys want to see my first impression on the new Huda Beauty foundation, primer, and brush, then just keep on watching. So let's start out by opening the packaging. The brush comes in this plastic bag, and we're just gonna open this up. I just want to see how soft it is. Ooh. This reminds me of like the Sigma Kabuki brushes a lot. Just because of the way that it feels, and it's really like dense, so it's not like all loose or anything like that. So this is nice. So I like the way that it just looks very sleek and nice. It has the Huda Beauty logo here, and then it has Face Buff and Blend on the back. So this is how the brush looks like. So looking on the Sephora website, this brush is $25, and you can just pretty much use it like any other foundation brush. There's no special technique to it, so that's a great thing about it. Here we have the primer, and the primer is called the Complexion Perfection Pre-Makeup Base. So here's how the primer looks like, and it's just like in a basic tube, just like any other. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, it has a pump. That's really cool because I like when they have the pumps. It's like the one from Too Faced. That's really cool. Now the primer is $35, and on the website it says it's a hydrating makeup base that creates a smooth canvas while gripping makeup and moisturizing the skin, which is a really great thing to hear because usually sometimes I do like my primers to either sort of mattify and smooth out my skin, but at the same time I do want us to still hydrate the skin because we need the hydration. We just don't want it to be drying out our faces and then it looks really nasty and cakey. So it's a great thing that I hear that it is a moisturizing primer, but at the same time giving you that smooth canvas. So I like that. So this is the primer, and now moving on to the foundation. This is what the packaging looks like, and this is called the Faux Filter Foundation, which I do love the name. The color that I ended up picking was Amaretti, which is 310. I did try to go for Latte and Amaretti, but Latte was already sold out. Latte has more of neutral undertones, and I always have that as my safe, like how can I explain this? Like, it's kind of like my safe zone type of undertone foundation, because if I don't find the perfect golden undertone or the perfect olive undertone, usually a neutral will do. But Latte was sold out, so I'm just like hoping that this is my color. But yeah, so let's open this baby up. So here is how the packaging looks like of it, because it has a pump. You guys know I go crazy about pumps on foundations, but this baby is $40. On the Sephora website, it shows that they carry 30 shades, which is a really great range of foundation colors. And what it claims is that it is a medium to full coverage, which I have been seeing all over Instagram that it just like completely blurs out everything. And it is recommended for all skin types, so any skin type can use this, like whether you're oily, dry, normal, whatever, you can use this. And the finish of it is like a natural radiant matte satin finish, and it's supposed to give you like that filter like finish. That's what it claims. So of course, you guys know I always apply my primers with my fingers. I don't ever use a brush. I actually never do. So we're just gonna apply this with my fingers. Okay, there we go. It's kind of white and it looks like a moisturizer, to be honest. So this is just one pump, considering that it does cover your whole face. That's a really great thing. So now we're just gonna blend it out. Oh, this doesn't smell bad. All right, so there we have the primer. Let me tell you guys, it definitely does feel really moisturizing. I don't see a huge difference in my skin at all, other than that it just feels hydrating. That's it. So yeah, because it doesn't even feel like that tacky like other primers do. So it's just like feels like if I just applied a moisturizer, to be honest. So now taking the foundation, I'm only gonna do one pump and then just apply it to half of my face so that way you guys can see the comparison of the coverage, and then that way we can just, you know, go from there. Okay, so that is what one pump looks like. The color does seem like really, really golden, but anyways, let's just jump into it. Oh my god. Do you guys see this? I have a little bit of scarring right there, so we'll see. And I also did just thread my brows yesterday, so I have a little bit of scarring here. So you guys know I have the rule of thumb of like, if I see my freckles, it's not a full coverage. But this one, I can't see them. The color does seem to sort of match me nice. I'm just hoping this doesn't oxidize or anything. It does sort of have a smell to it. I can't really put my finger on what it smells like, but it has some type of scent. I don't know if I like it. There we have one pump, which is completely gone pretty much. And then this is pretty much drying on its own. I can see the matte finish coming through. And yeah, here's the before and here's the after. As you guys can see, you guys can't even see my freckles. And I have a lot of them, you know? So it's crazy how much of coverage this has. So that's really, really great. So it does stand for what it says, and I like that. I do like the finish of it. You guys know I'm really into like the semi-matte finishes, so this looks really nice. I can still see a little bit of my glow, if you guys can see. I don't know if on camera it catches it, but I can still see a little dimension to it. So it does have that sort of natural finish, because if it was completely matte, I wouldn't be shining through a little bit even at all, you know? So this does let me know that it does have that natural finish. So yeah, so far I really, really like it. As far as the scarring, I can kind of still see it a little bit because this one was really, really like bad. But other than that, no, everything else looks really flawless. So I do know that I do need 2 pumps of the foundation because like I said, it's pretty much gone already. And yeah, we still need half of our face more to go. So I'm gonna do one more pump. By the way, I do like the brush too. This is really nice. This is a nice brush. One thing I will say though is I'm not gonna layer this foundation, you guys. Like, I can actually feel this foundation on my face. So I already know if I add a second layer, I might feel a little cakey because I already feel this on the skin, if you know what I mean. So I wouldn't really recommend layering this foundation or adding any more coverage. I mean, on its own already, I feel like it's already great, you know? All right, my loves, so here we have the whole entire skin already covered in the primer and foundation, and so far I have to say I really, really like it. But now we're gonna put it to the test if how long this is gonna last. Of course, I am going to add my concealer, set it, and then add my contour and everything else like how I normally would. And I'm gonna be using my products that I've been loving at the moment right now, so I will be showing you guys what I'm gonna be adding. That way you guys have a reference of what I'm going to use. I'm gonna add my favorite concealer. You guys know I always use the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer, and I'm using the shade Light Medium. Alright, you guys know that I've been using this powder from Too Faced, the Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder, so I'm gonna apply this all over my entire skin. Alright, so now that I've set this foundation, wow, I really love this, you guys. This looks so flawless. I can't. This is really nice. Like, it really does give you a nice full coverage, and without having to feel it super drying, because even though it's considered like a matte finish, it looks really, really nice. So now for my bronzer, I'm gonna take my MAC Dark Golden Mineralized Skin Finish. For a little bit of blush, I'm just gonna use her highlighter, the one that's called Ibiza, because it's a really, really pinky highlighter. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and apply this to the apples of my cheeks. And then for my highlight, I'm gonna take this golden one from her Golden Sands edition. Alright, so now I just added my mascara and my lipstick, and now we are all done. These are all the products that I'm just going to be adding. I'm not gonna set the foundation just because I want to see how it wears on its own. Of course, setting spray always helps the foundation, but I just want to see how it's gonna actually work out on its own without adding any setting spray or any help. So yeah, this is the final look, you guys, and I really like this foundation, you guys. Like, this looks really nice, but we're gonna actually see how it actually performs during the day and how it actually works during a hot, humid day, because that's gonna really determine if I really am going to be obsessed with this foundation. But I'm also gonna take a flash test with my camera just to see how this actually works. Wow, it does pass it. I don't have this big white flashback or anything, so that's really good. I like it. Okay, so it did pass the flash test. So anyways, now it is pretty much 10:40, but I'm gonna be checking back in 8 hours to let you guys know how the foundation wears. If anything dramatic happens between those 8 hours, I will be sure to film it for you guys and let you guys know what happened or anything like that. But yeah, other than that, I'll be checking back with you guys in 8 hours. All right, my beauties, it is now the 8-hour check-in right now. So it is 6:43, just a few minutes past the 8 hours. And here is how the foundation looks like. Okay, let me just say right off the bat the flaws of this foundation. So the number one thing is that it's not humid resistant, because I was cracking everywhere down here. You guys can see it. I mean, normally I always crack from here because I have little wrinkles already. That's not a problem because I already know that I can prevent that with a little bit of Fix Plus, but a little of the foundation was moving around around the nose area, and especially on the chin, which that never really happens to me. So that's the bad stuff. The good stuff is that everything else, everywhere else around my face looks perfectly fine, but my issue is the T-zone. I always get really oily there, so it's kind of normal to see a little bit of this, but not the chin area. I mean, that's just a little weird, you know? But other than that, yeah, that's the only thing I noticed about this foundation. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a great foundation for special occasions, considering that the foundation did move around a little bit. Maybe if I try it with a different primer, we can see how it would work. So let me know if you guys would like to see an updated like wear test with it, with different primers and also setting sprays, because you know, I do think that this foundation can actually last, considering that the rest of my face is perfectly fine. But yeah, so this is the 8-hour check-in, my loves. So far I do have to say that if you guys are considering buying the primer or the foundation, I would totally skip out on the primer, just because I feel like there's better primers out there that can do the exact same thing. Maybe find one even cheaper than this. But the foundation definitely does give you like that full beautiful coverage that I love. So if you're into like medium to full coverage foundations, this is probably one that you're gonna really love. It does have a funky smell, like I said, but the smell kind of went away. You know, I didn't really smell it afterwards, especially because my Too Faced powder does smell like peaches. So the foundation scent, whatever it is, I didn't smell it at all anymore. So yeah, but other than that, my loves, I think that is it for my final review. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this first impression. Let me know what other first impressions you guys would like to see on. Leave them down in the comments down below. And before you leave, don't forget to be part of the family by subscribing and hitting the ring bell notification. That way every time I upload new videos, you guys can be all notified. But yeah, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye. I kind of got lost right now. I was like, wait, what was I gonna say? I'm sorry if you guys hear my cousins out there, like they just decided to join the party. Anyways. Bruh. Really? Compa!